Broadcasting live from the University of North Texas, this is NTTV Nightly News.
Thank you for joining us on NTTV Nightly News. I'm Chanel Young.
This is a supercomputer, state-of-the-art technology at Southeastern Oklahoma State University.
This is a corn snake. Now here in Texoma, you might not find this type of snake, but you may find another slithery creature lurking around. Just this week, a 14-year-old boy was hospitalized after camping in an area like this in Grayson County. Officials say he was grabbing something that looked like a rope, only it wasn't. Big news for the UNT Eagles because for the very first time in UNT history, spring enrollment is over 40,000 students. That's 40,806 students to be exact. Here on East Street, you can find books, and more books, all for $1 or less. If you missed out on this month's sale, then keep an eye out for the Friends of Sherman Public Library Facebook page, because they've got another sale in January. AAA says gas prices continue to change. For more information, visit our website at kxii.com. The ballots are in for this year's midterm elections, and voters across the country sent some big messages to politicians. Well, it's just about one of my favorite times of the year, Halloween! I absolutely adore pumpkin patches, but I have never seen a pumpkin this big in my life. Arguments about the Second Amendment rights were heard by the Supreme Court yesterday, discussing whether convicted domestic abusers should be allowed to own guns. Jen Sullivan will break down exactly how this case made its way from Texas all the way to the Supreme Court. Texas Governor Greg Abbott has ordered the National Guard to string concertina wire along the border between the states of New Mexico and Texas. Is it a dog?
No.
A cat?
No.
A flying squirrel. Speaking of automobiles, if you commute to campus like I do, then you would know that owning a car is a huge responsibility. But while it may be great to have your own ride, accidents do happen. Pink is the new black. According to Google, Spirit Halloween Workers and HalloweenCostumes.com, Barbie is trending for the #1 costume this spooky season.
I saw a really cute outfit, a performer wearing a really cute outfit. Kind of reminded me of Barbie.
I know exactly what you're talking about. The one in the pink, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
So cute. But you guys, not all Barbies are blondes wearing pink. Over 2.5 million people visited the Texas State Fair last year, and this year is set to be no different. But while we enjoy the experience of thrilling rides, crazy foods, and a good old howdy from Big Tex, not everyone knows the cultural history of this 136-year-old event. Great news for all of my fellow bookworms. Spotify is now offering free audiobooks to subscribers. If you're having a hard time memorizing passwords like I do, Google has a new feature they're launching to help you make your passwords a thing of the past. One of the most critical jobs at UNT is that of Executive Dean of the College of Liberal Arts and Social Sciences. That's a big title because it carries tremendous responsibilities. Consumer prices have risen to their highest levels in over 30 years. While economic officials assure us that the climb is temporary, the trickle-down effect of rising gas and grocery prices will affect everything. That's right. If you aren't already registered to vote, then do not let time pass you by. Oh my gosh, y'all, I am so excited because there's some buzz going around that Queen Bee is coming to North Texas. As the deadly war between Israel and Hamas continues, the fate of dozens of hostages taken by Hamas is unknown. You may have noticed a few students holding some pretty fancy-looking camera equipment. Our reporter Landry Brady is here to share how UNT is ready for lights, camera, and action. Experts say that if you do get bit by a copperhead, to remain calm and seek medical help immediately. These are the student welders of Bells High School, and right now they are making the most of new and improved welding technology.
I'm having a bunch of fun in here learning different projects, different types of welds, all sorts of stuff.
The school has received a $64,000 grant called Jobs and Education for Texans, or JET. The grant, provided by the Texas Workforce Commission, will help Bells High School install equipment to train students for careers in welding technology. And students in the welding program are happier than ever.
It feels amazing that we would get a grant from Texas Workforce Commission, and I just want to thank y'all very much for giving us that grant and allowing us to have the amount of equipment we need to do multiple different projects throughout the school year.
TWC and members of the program say the career training will help prepare students for high-demand jobs, now and for years to come.
Now that we've got newer technology, it's what they're going to be seeing in not only the workplace, but in any kind of certification they get through college or any other additional schooling they may go to.
It'll just give our underclassmen just a lot of opportunities that you wouldn't have without the grant. It'll be a big step for them in the long run.
Giving more than 60 kids the tools and trainings they need to succeed.
This grant has already gone, taking this program to a whole nother level. The kids are very, very grateful.
Reporting in Bells, Chanel Young.
Queer events do not get coverage in Texas. We got to fight for our coverage.
On Thursday, What the Femme Productions fought to be heard in Denton, Texas, inside Rubber Gloves Rehearsal Studios.
Everything that we're doing in here is highlighting queer artistry, highlighting the queer community to the best of our ability, so that when we go back out into the world, we get to take that energy and that experience with us and maybe share it with everybody else.
What the Femme is dedicated to creating femtastic events, including their latest back-to-school bash featuring the one and only Bridget Bandit, the 2023 Miss Fort Worth newcomer Diamante, the newly crowned queen of Sin City Burlesque Vixie St. Clair, and so much more. Despite attempts to lawfully limit drag performances in Texas, these queens are not afraid to take the stage.
There's so much legislation that's happening that is trying to prevent drag artists from communicating their art and building community. So to be out in community with people constantly is really important.
It started with their podcast in 2019. Since then, the organization highlights femmes, other marginalized genders, and allies about their art and history. In doing so, the organization educates and advocates about these experiences, while encouraging others to embrace their own idea of femme. A portion of the proceeds from the event go to Outreach Denton's queer youth program called Spectrum, a nonprofit where LGBTQ+ youth could form a community for resources and advocacy. As they plan to host more events, they say one thing is for certain.
Every time we do a show, it's just like reinvigorating, magical. It's so wonderful to have so many queer and allied supporters. It's really special.
For more information, visit whatthefemmeproductions.com. This is not just a group of bikers. This is a brotherhood.
There's all trades and all walks of life, and we just got to be a brotherhood and fellowship with one another.
They call themselves For the Love of Bikes, Bikers, and Brotherhood. And on Saturday, for the fourth time, they put on their For Your Brother run. Members say the money raised goes to families right here in Texoma who need help bouncing back after injury, illness, or death.
We're doing something to give back to our community that gives so much to us.
Bikers who attend the event come together and ride their motorcycles toward their favorite hangouts in Texoma. Each pit stop features its own games and activities, and at the last pit stop, the group goes all out.
We enjoy doing this benefit every year, so we've all grown as a family. We strive to help.
The motorcyclists end their journey with live music, barbecue, raffles, and auctions to raise funds for the community.
It's about the families of the people of the whole community. It's warming the heart to be able to help somebody and help folks out.
To make a donation, fill an application, or receive funds, go to info@fortheloveofbikesbrothersandbrotherhood.org. Reporting in Sherman, Chanel Young.